Get me that Bible. In the name of God, the creator of the entire universe, I have never taken a bribe, and I will never take a bribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is David Maraga, the former Chief Justice and the President of the Supreme Court of Kenya. And I noted the latest person to endorse the chairmanship of IBC to David Maraga is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Many people have been urging Maraga to start campaigning for the presidential position. A number of Kenyans also believe that he fits the bill of the IBC chairman. If you look at the qualification, is that one must be qualified to be a Supreme Court judge. Maybe I can ask the lawyers here. Now that Maraga is retired, is he qualified to be the chairman of the IBC? Because if you ask me, he's qualified, but the fact that he's a former Chief Justice and was qualified, he's still qualified to hold that office, only that he's retired. But he has the qualification. That is my thinking. When I look at this discussion, I remember David Maraga, and there was a time many people not agree with him. It is in this video I want us to discuss why Kenyans want David Maraga to be the chairman of IEBC. Number one, in my view, is because of the 2017 general elections, when he nullified the election of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta as the duly elected president of the Republic of Kenya. And everybody could not believe that it was coming from actually Kenya. I don't think there is any other court in Africa that has ever nullified a presidential election. This was I think, a first one. When I look at David Maraga, you see a man of integrity, a man of high moral standing, and that is what is required for you to be the chairman of IBC. If you look at the former chairman, you realize that Kenyans do not have the confidence of these leaders because of many reasons. The clip that you have just watched, Maraga is swearing by the Bible that he has never taken a bribe, and he will never take a bribe. How many can do that in Kenya? How many politicians can do that? Number two, in my view, is because Kenyans believe that David Maraga is a man who is very, very principled. His fidelity is to the Constitution and not to an individual. And I remember there was a time I was listening to him, and he was saying that he doesn't fear human beings. He only fears God, and for him, it is what God can see, not what a human being would do. I remember there was a time he advised Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to dissolve Parliament, because according to him, Parliament was illegally constituted because it did not have the 2/3 gender rule. If I may ask you, why has Mother Koome not advised William Samoei Ruto to dissolve Parliament? I want you to watch the clip here where Nelson Harvey is talking about the same. Immediately, Maraga advised Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to dissolve Parliament, but he could not dissolve Parliament.
Good morning, Kenyans. The advisory by the Chief Justice to the President of the Republic of Kenya to dissolve Parliament has now been made. That advisory is contained in a well-reasoned directive made by the Chief Justice on the 21st of September 2020 and directed to the President of the Republic of Kenya. It is evident that those who the people of Kenya entrusted with the responsibility of upholding the Constitution and legislating on the two-third gender rule, are hell-bent on perpetuating the disregard of the Constitution and the law. As the Law Society of Kenya, we have taken several steps to ensure that the people...
However, I still believe there could be other reasons why people like Kalonzo would want Maraga to be the chairman of IBC. When you see a politician going for somebody like Maraga, and you know Kenyans are saying that they want Maraga to be the president. And now comes Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and say that he is endorsing Maraga. I strongly believe that he wants to minimize competition. Because anybody who would compete with David Maraga would have to sweat. In fact, you have to sweat. Would you, for example, imagine a competition between Maraga and William Samoei Ruto? You can imagine the kind of attraction or the kind of votes that Maraga would attract. I strongly believe that even William Samoei Ruto's kingsmen would go for David Maraga. The other reason why Kenyans want David Maraga is because of desperation. By the way, Kenyans have despaired completely. And this one is after Wafula Chebukati could not agree with the Cherera 4. When we have the majority of commissioners disagreeing with the chairman, then there is a problem. When you have Kenyans, Kenyans had a lot of expectation, by the way, that Raila Amolo Odinga would win the elections. But as fate would have it, William Samoei Ruto was declared the president. Most Kenyans despaired. I'm not even sure whether the turnout, especially from Raila Amolo Odinga's stronghold, would be better than 2022. I don't know. Because people are despairing with the commission. But now with the Maraga, that state of hopelessness is actually completely finished. Hope is restored. Integrity is restored. And when you know the referee will be neutral, will be a neutral arbiter, then you have all the reason to trust him. So Maraga has what I would call the trust of Kenyans. Kenyans trust him very, very much. I don't know how many people not trust Maraga as the chairman of IBC. Then there is also the issue of him being very bold. Maraga is very bold. And I've always opined in this channel that Kenyans are very much attracted to leaders who are very courageous. They are attracted to leaders who are very bold. They don't like people who sit on the fence. And Maraga already has started talking about the abductions. And I don't know whether he wants to actually join politics, but the way he has been now talking about abductions tells you that he is out for something. And when you see people like Kalonzo now saying that they are endorsing him, then get it from me that they must have received some information about his intentions. Because in politics, I've always opined that there are no accidents. Things don't just happen anyhow. People have to keep on planning and even actually having objectives of everything. They have to keep on having issues on what they want to do. So here, ladies and gentlemen, when I look at it, I can see that there are three communities that are actually, they look like the stars are running or hovering around them, and they are likely to produce a president. And they are going to play a very crucial role when it comes to 2027 general elections. These communities are the Kisi, that's why you see Matiang'i, Maraga, what. They can also see the Mulebe Nation. That's why you see Natebea, Okiom Tata. These two communities, watch them very, very keenly. Because I think even the Gema Nation has no problem supporting members of this community to lead this nation in the next level. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, but from where I sit, Maraga has the backing and has the endorsement of everybody. Let me ask you, by the way, would you dispute election results presided by David Maraga. I know there are some technicalities when it comes to elections, when it comes to voting, when it comes to transmission of votes. But I believe a system is as good as its results. Have a blessed evening. This is Gashi's Comment TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Kindly, if you want to advertise in this channel, I always leave my number there. You can WhatsApp me. If you want to, if you have a video that you feel that we need to upload and maybe you have not seen it or you're not aware, please send it to this number. Have a blessed evening. Bye.